You know, they say if you're taking flack, you must be over the target. And it's true yet again. We have another company that has threatened to sue us. I want to talk about, but I'm doing this because there's another issue going on currently right now with a smaller channel on YouTube, and I think we all need to talk about it. But in this case, we're talking about Foxwell. Now, Foxwell they make scanners like this. They may make other stuff, but what they're really known for is these budget to prosumer grade scanners that sell on Amazon. If we look at the reviews, they have pretty decent reviews. They don't seem to have like a major fish hook or anything like that. They're a pretty popular, I think number 4 ranked in all of Amazon for scanners. Great. Well, they reached out to me last year and said, hey, we want to do a sponsored video coming up for the Black Friday season. And that's pretty common. We get a lot of that time of year. Yes, we do take sponsorships for certain products. And our policy is this. You can send us a product and we may or may not review it. All right, you're welcome to send it. It'll go over in a pile with all the other stuff. And when we get through it, we get through it. And if we decide to do a video, we decide to do a video. Or you can pay to move to the front of the line. And brother, that's all it gets you. All right, we don't do ads. We're not changing anything to make you look pretty or better or anything else. People are like, well, if you take sponsorships, if you say negative things, I said negative stuff about Segway. I did a video just like this about Segway. And Segway Corporate came out and was like, no, that wasn't us. That was an ad agency, threw them right under the bus. And I've had no problem getting sponsorships after this. And I guarantee you, nobody is going to care that Foxwell, stepped on a landmine here and blew themselves up over this, because there's always another company willing to step into their place. So they need me more than I need them. And we also use this as an opportunity with sponsorships because I can force them to give you better discounts. So we make money, you save money, they get advertising. It's a win-win-win situation, hopefully, most of the times. Not every time. Case like this. So they sent me the unit and we did the testing, and this is what happened. All right, well, I was just tooling down the road here in Moapa. You see right here in the middle of the desert. And that just happened. That is the old check engine light. It's not flashing, so it doesn't look like something too terrible. But you know what? We got the Foxwell reader here. And we can do ODB2, DTC lookups, reviews, setup, about, and print data. I've not used this device before, so let's see what we can get here. Click enter. We're going to do this all in real time. There we go. We got something here. DTC. This is intriguing. I like this. That's what I call a suboptimal result. Now, I went back to the company. I'm like, hey, your item freezes up every time I try to use it. And I'm like, am I doing something wrong? They're like, try this, try this. And like, nope, we're going to send you another unit. It looks like you got a bad unit. It happens, all right? It does happen. But here's the case. If you screw up my time schedule, sorry, you get to go to the back of the line. You're still going to get a video, but you're going to go to the back of the line, and we're going to be honest about that video. Well, they didn't like the fact that it was taking too long, and they really didn't like the fact that I was going to be honest about what happened with their product. And they sent me this in an email. Despite recent challenges, I sincerely hope that we can continue our collaboration, yada, yada, yada. It's important to note that we have a legal team in the United States due to the significant nature of our brand, and we may seek legal recourse if the publication of a defamatory video adversely affects our brand. Well, here's something I want them to know. We do live in the United States. I live in the United States, and I'm protected under FTC regulations saying that I can say my opinion about a product in a review, and you can't do jack squat about it. All right. And if you try to sue me for defamation, I can countersue you for defamation because you are saying that I've lied and I haven't. Everything I'm saying here is factually true, and it is what I believe to be true in this case, as I believe what happened along the way. I think they have what's probably a decent product. I think the bad things like this do happen. The question, as my grandfather said, it's not if a man falls down, it's how quickly he gets back up. And I would hope that for a buyer, they would get up kind of quickly. However, I have since then seen other videos and online reviews where people were saying, hey, I got this scanner, and the exact same thing happened. They plugged it in, they did a scan, everything worked well, and then it locked up. And that when they reached out to the company, they did not get optimal results. So I've been saying I was going to do this video, and I kept putting it off because it didn't seem like a big deal. I'm not worried about them suing me. Anyway, I was kind of moving on. I kept promising. Anyway, here it is. But here's what prompted me to talk about this, and that is the fact that I was watching Louis Rossmann over on his channel. Great channel. You should definitely subscribe to him. And he did this video here, sued for telling the truth. All right, a DCS sues small YouTuber for accurate product review showing battery issues. And I'm like, wow, that sounds terrible. And then, like a day later, I see over on Will Pro's site, Will is the absolute mad genius of solar out there. If you want to get super in-depth reviews on how to do solar and deal with deep cycle batteries and all that kind of stuff, this is the man right here. Lives in Vegas, so he's got optimal sun all year round. And he did a video. Oh my gosh, he just went nuts. Now he's since taken down the video because he kind of ripped into the guy who did the video and the original video, the small YouTuber. He's saying like, hey, why did you take your video down? You need to stand up to these guys. You need to fight. And first of all, Will seems such a nice guy, and he just went off. But the truth is, the other YouTuber is, let me show you. He is All Off-Road 4x4 Adventure TV, and he's in Australia. And you can see he has since put his videos back up where he talks about what's going on. Deep Cycle Systems is suing him for doing this. And his problem is this. He lives in Australia. And apparently the laws in Australia are not as protective as they are here in the U.S. Defamation is only a situation if you could prove that I'm intentionally lying, and I'm not lying. Okay, so when I'm talking about what Foxwell did, I'm not lying, and I've got the receipts to prove it. If I talked about what Segway did, I've got the receipts to prove that. Anytime I have a negative experience, I keep everything. I keep it in the cloud. I keep a local copy. Brother, I got it all. All right, but this guy here, he's a small YouTuber. I think he's got, how many viewers does he have? He has 55,000 viewers, so he's doing better than most. But he made the mistake of being entirely honest about a product, and down there, apparently that's an issue. Now, here's what's hilarious. The company has since, they've lied about everything. They sued him, and then when he called them out for suing them, they said, we don't sue people. That's ridiculous. We would never do that. He's got the paperwork. He shows it in the next video. They then went back and they changed all their comments they put online saying, we don't sue people over honest reviews, saying that his reviews weren't honest. And all he did was show what the results were. He's like, he tested them. Here's the results. And they have since taken down their website. They've retracted a bunch. Anyway, it's the shiftiest of shifty stuff. You know, somebody like Foxwell threatening me with legal action is just hoping they can bully somebody. There's no way they're actually, even if they do have a U.S. legal team, which I bet they don't, even if they did, who cares? I'm like, sue me. All it's going to do is I'm going to do more videos on you. I'm going to get more views, and I'm going to countersue you and put my kids through college. Sounds great. It's a great plan. Bring it on. But in Australia, they don't have those kind of protections. So the only thing you can really do to protect them is for people like you to go and click on the links down below. I'm going to put a link to his channel. I'm going to put a link to Will's channel. I'm going to put a link to Lewis's channel because they all have great stuff. And I want you all to check it out. The fact of the matter is that YouTubers need to stand up to this kind of BS that we see. I just did a video talking about people who are shills for products. It's like, do we get paid for some stuff? Yeah, we do. Do we get free stuff? Yeah, we do. But at the end of the day, you can see by my videos and what we say that we're entirely honest. Where there's other people who don't sit there and tell you they got stuff for free, who don't sit there and tell you that, oh, this company just sent them something that's not out yet, and they're doing videos about it, and they're not disclosing that it's out when it's clearly out. You know, when I did my video, I was talking actually about a Sony camera that I was interested in, and a bunch of people commented, oh, there's a new orbital sander that's out, and a bunch of people did videos, and they didn't disclose, which just, I mean, how can we not tell that you're lying? Anyway, the community needs to stand up. You got to stop fanboying for brands. You got to stop fanboying for creators. If they're lying, they're lying. Doesn't matter who it is. Take a stand and do something about it. Please go down there, show some support to All Off-Road AU. I don't know any of these people personally. I don't have any kind of relationship with them. I'm not making any kind of money. I don't get anything for doing this other than, I get clicks. So there's that. So let's be entirely honest about that. That's what we do here. But speaking of which, if you're going to be clicking, you can click the old like button. I think it's down there somewhere. I keep losing it. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.